reason. He's the voice of reason today. That's Jason Chaffetz. I think the House GOP has suffered an unmitigated defeat. Where am I going wrong?
You're not. You're spot on. Look, I'm sympathetic to the idea and the criticism that Gates has put out there that they did not go through regular order that Speaker McCarthy had promised. They did not go through those 12 appropriations bills. But the end game that is proposed by Representative Gates is untenable. It's just, it's not workable. There's no end game in it other than giving more power to the Democrats. And that's what's fundamentally wrong with what he's doing.
Jason, forgive me. I'm going to pause you. Donald Trump has arrived at the courthouse and he's speaking. I want to see what he's got to say. So I'll come back to you later. Here's Mr. Trump.
That's not the way you value the property. So she said it was $18 million. It's $1.5 billion. Likewise, we've just recently sold 2 properties for many times what they were worth. Many times what they were worth in the financial statements. And the statements are actually much lower than the actual net worth. She knows that, but she's fraudulent. Because of the fraudulent numbers she's given, many of which, Mar-a-Lago is just one example. We have other examples that are almost as good, in some cases might even be better. This case should be dismissed. This is not a case. And she should probably be dismissed also because she's terrible and grossly incompetent, as I said. But at a minimum, she should start looking.
Okay, I'm going to just move away from this for a second. The audio is not great, but Mr. Trump is basically saying that this case should be dismissed. It's all about the valuation of property, a disagreement on that valuation between the court and the district attorney or the prosecutor, and his value, the value that he got when he sold those properties. So that's the nature of the dispute. Jason Chaffetz, still with me. Jason, without getting into the weeds here, it doesn't look to me like Donald Trump is getting a fair trial in New York City. What say you?
Yeah, I think the timing of this is highly suspicious. Why is it happening right in the middle of a presidential election? Come on. Donald Trump's been in the real estate business for decades, and now it just happens to be coming up when he's running for re-election to the presidency of the United States over a valuation of property? Seriously?
Yeah.
That's what they got? Come on.
I'm moving on to something else as well, and this is of particular interest. Texas Congressman Henry Cuellar robbed at gunpoint about a mile from Capitol Hill last night. 3 armed men took his phone and his car. It's the second attack this year on a member of Congress. Were you ever worried about your safety when you were in D.C. and in politics?
Oh, absolutely. Washington, D.C. is one of the most dangerous cities in the country. And, I'm very familiar with the Navy Yard area. It's very close to Capitol Hill. A lot of members, a lot of staff work there. It's near the Nationals ballpark. It's been revitalized, but the crime in that area, if they're unable to catch these people, I'm telling you, the crime's going to continue because they don't prosecute these people. There's not a heavy police presence, even though its proximity to the Capitol can be measured sometimes within hundreds of yards of the Capitol. That's how close this place is to Capitol Hill.
I wonder what foreigners are thinking about us. This ridiculous dispute in Congress and now carjackings right near the White House. I just can't imagine what foreigners are saying about this. I'll find out.
Yeah, member of Congress. Yeah.
I'm out of time, Jason, but thanks very much for being with us this morning.